Hello students, I Mrs. Mohana Karangre going to explain potentiometer. Potentiometer is an instrument which is used to measure an unknown EMF. A voltmeter is a device which is used for measuring potential difference between the 2 points in a circuit. But the potentiometer is one such device which does not draw any current from the circuit. So we can say that it acts as an ideal voltmeter. It is used for accurate measurement of potential difference. Now, principle of potentiometer. A potentiometer consists of long wire AB of length L and the resistance R having uniform cross-sectional area A. The potentiometer consists of uniform wire AB having length 2 meter to 10 meter long stretched on rectangular wooden board. A meter scale is fixed parallel to its length. The principle is the potentiometer between any 2 points of potentiometer wire is directly proportional to the length of the wire between any 2 points. A cell of EMF E having internal resistance small r which is connected across AB. When the circuit is switched on, the current I is passing through the wire. So the current through AB is equal to I is equal to E upon R plus R. And the potential difference across AB is VAB is equal to IR. Therefore, VAB is equal to ER upon R plus R. So the potential difference per unit length of the wire is VAB upon L is equal to ER upon L into R plus R. As long as E remains constant, therefore VAB upon L will remains constant. So the quantity VAB by L is known as potential gradient. Potential gradient is denoted as K. The potential gradient is defined as the potential difference per unit length of the wire. Its unit is volts per meter. There are two uses of potentiometer. First, to compare the EMF of two cells. Second, to find the internal resistance of the cell. In this circuit diagram, we can see the connections of comparison of EMF circuit. Let us consider E1 and E2 are the EMF of the two cells to be compared. The potentiometer wire is connected in series with the battery of EMF E and plug key and rheostat in series. The cells whose EMFs are to be compared by connecting with their positive terminals at point A and negative terminals are connected to key K1 and K2 respectively. The common terminals of K1 and K2 are connected to galvanometer and then jockey. Now the key K is closed and the key K1 is also closed and K2 is kept open. Therefore, the cell of EMF E1 comes into the circuit. The current I is passing through the circuit. Jockey is touched at different points on the wire and the null point is obtained for which galvanometer shows zero deflection. Consider L1 is the length of the wire between the null point and the point A and L2 is the length of the wire between the null point and point B. So we get first equation E1 is equals to KL1, where K is the potential gradient, and we get second equation at the time of K2 is closed and K1 is open. At that time we get E2 is equal to KL2. Equation 1 is divided by equation 2. At that time we get E1 by E2 is equals to L1 by L2. From this equation we can compare the EMFs of two cells. If any one of EMF is known and the other can be determined. The second method of the comparison of EMF of the cell is sum and difference method. The diagram of sum and difference method is as shown in figure. The circuit arrangement is similar with the individual cell method, but in this case two cells are connected in sum and difference method. So we get two equations, that is E1 plus E2 is equal to KL1 and E1 minus E2 is equal to KL2. When equation first divided by second, we get E1 plus E2 upon E1 minus E2 is equals to L1 by L2. This is the equation of the EMF of the two cells, but in simplified form we can say the equation E1 by E2 is equals to L1 plus L2 upon L1 minus L2. Now the second type is to find the internal resistance of the cell. The experimental setup for this method consists of potentiometer wire AB connected in series with the cell of EMF E1 and the key K1 and rheostat RH. The cell of EMF E1, whose internal resistance small r is to be determined, and it is connected with the positive terminal to the end A and negative terminal of the cell E1 connected to the jockey through the galvanometer. The resistance box R and key K2 are connected in parallel with the cell E1. When the key K1 is closed and K2 is open, the circuit consists of the cell E1 and cell E and the potentiometer wire. The null point is obtained. Consider L1 is the length of the potentiometer wire between the null point and the point A. So the length corresponds to EMF E1 is equals to KL1, where K is the potential gradient. Similarly, we get second equation, that is V is equals to KL2. This corresponds to the voltage between the null point and the point A. So E1 by V is equal to KL1 upon KL2, that is equals to L1 by L2. Now consider the loop PQSTP. Therefore, we get E1 is equals to IR plus IR and V is equals to IR. Therefore, the equation is E1 by V is equal to IR plus IR upon IR. So, lastly we get R plus R upon R is equals to L1 by L2. So, the equation is small r is equal to capital R in bracket L1 by L2 minus 1. This is the equation which is used to find out the internal resistance of the cell. There are some applications of potentiometer. First is voltage divider, second one audio control, and third that is sensor. So one by one I'll explain this. This is the diagram of voltage divider circuit. The potentiometer can be used as voltage divider to continuously change in output voltage. When the potential V is set between A and B of potentiometer wire, one end of the device is connected to positive point A and the other end is connected to the slider that can be moved along the wire AB. The voltage V divides in proportion of length L1 and L2. Second is audio control. It is used for the frequency attenuation, loudness control, and for controlling different characteristics of audio signals. This is the diagram of the sensor. The slider of potentiometer is connected to the moving part of the machine, works as a motion sensor. A small displacement of the moving part causes changes in potential. The potential difference is calibrated in terms of displacement of the moving part. There are some advantages of potentiometer over the voltmeter. First and most important advantage is that it is more sensitive than the voltmeter. Second, the potential drop as well as EMF both can be measured by using potentiometer. It is more accurate than the voltmeter. So simply we can say that the potentiometer is more sensible than the voltmeter. Potentiometer can be used to measure the potential difference as well as an EMF of the cell. A very small potential difference, for example 10 raised to the power minus 6 volts, can be measured with it. Least count of the potentiometer is much better as compared to that of the voltmeter. The accuracy of the potentiometer can be easily increased by increasing the length of the wire. Now, some disadvantages or demerits are there. Voltmeter is direct reading instrument while the potentiometer is not so. And the second is the voltmeter is portable whereas a potentiometer is non-portable. Now one numerical on internal resistance of the cell. A potentiometer wire of length 4 meter and the resistance 8 ohms is connected in series with a battery of EMF 2 volts and negligible internal resistance. If the EMF of the cell balances against length of 217 centimeter of the wire, find the EMF of the cell when a cell is shunted by a resistance of 15 ohms. The balancing length is reduced by 17 centimeter. Find the internal resistance of the cell. So, how to solve this numerical? First of all, which quantities are given here? Capital L, that is equals to 4 meter, R 8 ohms, battery EMF of the cell, that is equals to 2 volts, small r, you have to find out the value of r by using the formula r into L1 by L2 minus 1, and you have to find out the value of E also. So in first part we can calculate the K. So the potential gradient is equal to V by L, and when we put all these values here we get value of K is equals to 0.5 volts per meter. And when we put the value of K in the formula of E is equals to KL, we get value of the EMF of the cell, and that is equals to 1.085 volts. And lastly, we have to find out the internal resistance of the cell, that is small r. Small r is equals to capital R into L1 by L2 minus 1. And when we put all the values here, for example R, small l1, l2, and then lastly we get R is equals to 1.275 ohms.